Hello, Tracy here. Welcome back to my channel. So today is showing my shopping haul. So I want to show you the first couple things that I've been sitting on for a little while. This package here was enabled by Kate and Pauline. Vintage Pear is where I got it from. So I got two little slow stitched packs. I'm not going to undo them because I'm trying to tidy my room, as I am every single day I say this. Or perhaps I'll undo one. Let's undo one. So I bought two packs. They're called slow stitched kits. I will link below. But basically, it's like French sort of inspired, or French bits and pieces of material. So it would make a really nice, just a really nice neutral sort of journal. I bought two because I thought I'd do two journals out of it. It feels really nice and smooth actually. So we've got like a taupey sort of colour. This one's got just slight threading through it. I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that. They're beautifully clean and ironed is what I can say. Some more material. So yeah, I will make these into little mini journals, I think. That's cool. Depending on the size journal, I might even use both to make one. And then we've got all these little fabric tab type things. That's someone's initials. Something from Paris, and something that's just got a little bit of thing down the side. So yeah, I got two packs of those. Gorgeous. She had some just posting. This is really quite white, so I'm putting this aside. I'm going to tea stain it. I don't know what it will be like tea stained, but it's too white for me. So yeah, there's a lovely piece there. This definitely is not vintage, I would say. But hopefully it takes to getting stained. So yeah, they will definitely be put aside. That's the same. That's really pretty. So there's a couple pieces of that, I think. That, actually there's a few pieces of that. This lovely long piece, I think this will definitely take. I can just like feel it. That would be quite cool to cut around actually. We'll see how it tea stains and go from there. So yeah, quite a bit in this bundle. She obviously wanted to get rid of it because it was going quite cheap. So I thought, well, I'll snap that up. That was the same as the last bit. So there's a few sort of repeats. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so, and this here is what I mainly bought it for, because it's like got that quite raised. And I liked the flowers, so I can see myself cutting that, dyeing and cutting it. So I seen that first and I thought, right, I'm going to get that. Then I seen the slow stitch kits, and then I know Kate, and I'm pretty sure Pauline might have got one of these too, where she had boxes of lace. She didn't have any left, but she said she was more than happy to do me up a box. So, you know, and I don't need lace. I definitely don't need lace, but wow. I like seeing the different types of lace. So we've got like 20 little different types of buttons in there, vintage buttons. Some still got like the piece of string on the back. Then what's this? Satin single face. They'd be good for on tags. And then let's go through the box. What I might actually do is like flip it out and over, and so I can pack it back away, because I'm not allowing myself to use any of this until I use some that's already on my desk. So we've got this gorgeous piece here. Yeah, really, really cool. That would be really good for backgrounds, that sort of thing. Let's just put that back in nicely. It's so beautifully packaged. Some tatting. This is definitely Kate's sort of thing. I'm not too keen on tatting, but I mean I'll use it. Couple doilies. Love that colour. So real deep chocolatey sort of colour. So this is all vintage lace and bits and bobs. That's very fine. And that'd make a nice pocket on front of a journal or something, even if you cut it down half like a tuck or up tuck. These are cool. These I will definitely cut out. I won't use it like that. I'll cut them out and put them on my my little fabric lace gifts that I send off when my journals get sold. I always like to add something extra. That's really quite thick. That'd be lovely on the front of a journal maybe. How did I have that folded? Or how did she have that folded? Like that, I think. And then we've got this lovely piece. I wonder what they even used it for. It's got like two little things down the end. See, I'm never going to get it folded up perfectly again, but never mind. And then this. So they're quite heavier. These things are definitely a lot heavier and thicker than your normal lace. They're more doily thickness. That's pretty. And then this square. But I do love all the colours. That's cool. That's really neat. Real neat. Let's put that way. And then a very fine piece. Oh, that's stunning. Really like that. And then this trim. Once again, I could probably cut those flowers out and use them all singly. I don't think I'll need to because I've got plenty of others I can do that with. More tatting. Pretty doily. Lovely piece of lace. That's really nice. That will look nice on like a fabric flip. Another doily. Tatting. More tatting. Beautiful. I'll struggle to use that. I love that. And then this feels, even though it looks thick, it's actually quite fine. It's got no weight to it whatsoever. And then this, I think I've got something similar to that. It's really cool though. Another piece of tatting, and then this very fine piece. So yeah, that is from Vintage Pear here in New Zealand. So that was my first little spend. I'll put that to this, actually I'm going to put it to the side over here because I'm not going to allow myself to do anything until I put them away after this video. I then seen someone had a sale on stamping Stamping Up. So I really bought it because I wanted that. I wanted to see how big it was, and it actually might be too big, but yeah, these are really cool. These are not so much that, I won't use that, but definitely the round circle, and this looks like a really good size. So chuck that in with my stamps, and then bought this for mainly these two. Definitely not the words, but yeah, I thought they were really cool, and it comes along with the corners and dies. Botanical prints. So that was my little splurge there. Righty ho, now on to the real good stuff. Where do I start? Okay, went on a road trip. I think what I'll do is show this first. Edith Holden. So I've got I've got all the Edith Holden books. I've got the the Country Diary knitting book. And I haven't got this craft book. There was a knitting book there, Edith Holden. I left it because, like I said, I've already got 2 of them. But this one I haven't got. So I picked it up. I hemmed in hard, put it down, walked away, because I didn't really want it. But went back again, and I thought, nah, you know what? It's got some nice illustrations. I can cut it up. I won't care that I haven't got a second copy to look at. But it has got some nice illustrations, you know, typical Edith Holden. So it's not all is lost. I can use it and will use it. I just won't be feeling very precious about it and not wanting to cut it up. And even that going across the writing, like that would be a cool journal card, decorated up a bit more. So yeah, it's got the odd page going through there. I mean, look, cut that out, and that could be like a little journal card. And even that, another full. So there's quite a few full pages in here. So yeah, I did. I went back and got it. Like I said, you know, nothing to lose. Like I really like that. That could be a tag. So I need to really sit down, look through it, and take out what I want, and then get rid of the rest of the book. I know that sounds really frivolous, but yeah, I'm sure that's cool. I didn't see that last time. And you've got this, so that's really cool. So yeah, that was the first place, and I think I paid $4 for it. So put that to the side, and then what did I do next? I went into, it was almost like an antique type shop. And it had this bundle tied up with a string, and it's seam binding, but it's really, really like vintage seam binding, bias binding, double fold, Nansuk coats. But you've got all different, like real gorgeous colours. So you've got sort of like a mustard colour, grey, darker grey. There's 2 of those, 3 of those. Mustard. Then the lighter sort of ochre, whatever you call it. Actually, if I go like this, and then that's sort of like a combination, like slightly darker than that, but lighter than that, and then a pretty blue and another grey. So I got all of these. They had $5 written on them, and I said to her, is it $5 a pack? And she said, oh, no, it's $5 for the whole lot. So yeah, they had to come home with me. So yeah, pretty pleased with that little find. So they'll look lovely on top of tags and things like that. So that was the next shop I went to. And then where to start? Let's open up this. Oops, sorry about the crinkling. So this place that I went to was full of books. They had a heap of boys' own annuals and all that, but I've got about 3 girls' own annuals. I don't want the boys, I don't like them, don't like the covers. Girls are really pretty. But I found this, like I could have spent all day there, but because I had my mother, my daughter, and my next door neighbour with me, timer was a ticking because there were places we wanted to go. But I love this colour, like blue's my favourite colour. Don't care too much about pulling out the middle. There's some illustrations in there, not many. Yeah, it's an old Reader's Digest. Pretty good nick, a little bit worn on the edges, but I don't care. Like, I love that colour, and I thought that I would rip the guts out, and this sort of reminds me of some of the papers from Amity Bloom and Chapter 1 papers, so I thought I'd do another book like that, Home Sweet Home, that Sue has brought. Hi, Sue. So that's winging its way to her, but I've got no other journals that I've made in that style, and I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm thinking this might be for one of those type of journals where you use the kit and then you have to fill it up with your own ephemera, like instead of having tags and everything along with the kit that you buy. So yeah, I'm thinking that's destined for Amity Bloom and Chapter 1 papers. And then she wrapped this up for me. She said, I love wrapping up books, and I'm going to wrap it up and keep it separate. So she wrapped it up very nicely for me. And it is, let's just rip this open. She did a good job, that's for sure. So we've got this little book, and I haven't actually had a good look in it. $10 it cost me. The other book was about $2. But it's like looks like an addressy type book. 1928. So it's not very big, but it doesn't matter. It's not fold up. Yeah, 1928. I don't even know. I can't even read the writing on it, so I might sit down. Oh, it looks like almost chickens. Oh no, 4.5 pullets, 8-6 each, six yearling pullets. I don't know, something to do with chickens maybe. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Good little book. What's the measurements? If I can read it on my ruler, that's just about, I need a new ruler. Actually, I have got one, but I can't find it. 160 millimeters by 100. So only a tiny little thing, but yeah, really cool. So I picked that up. That's all I got from her with those 2 books. Then moving on to another place. So this other place was chocker full of things, but you had to really, really hunt, and I mean hunt. But I found this, I'm going to hide the price because I would be so embarrassed if people knew how much I paid for it, but I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm not even sure what it would have been on, but could have been on the bottom, maybe. Oh, that's a big dress. I don't know. I actually really don't know. Let's just lay it out flat. It's got a few like little, age spots like we all do when we get older. So literally it's like 240 millimeters. But looking at it, like I could either do a whole cover with it, or I could just like trim there, like trim in between and have strips. Like the possibilities are endless, and it is like really big. So I got that from her. That was the most expensive piece that I bought. This here I loved. She threw that in for free, so that would make a nice side tuck, I think, or on a cover. See, I really don't need this sort of stuff, I know, Another beautiful doily. She was quite expensive there. I hemmed and hard about that, and that's why she threw that in for free, I think. And then, oops, there's a safety pin. And then these couple were together. Like, that's sweet. How sweet is that? It's only little, like that's the size of my hand. And then this one. So I loved those two. She had a drawer full of doilies, so I only picked out, yeah, this doily, these two, which were pinned together, and then this. And it had no pricing on it. I was like almost afraid to ask. I don't like when nothing has pricing on it, because I would be useless at poker. When I seen this, it was like, oh my God, I love it. And she would have been able to see it on my face, so, but she was really good. I think I only paid about $5 for it. Not sure how or when I will use it, but it's mine now. So that's what I got from her. More lace to add. Now, here we go. Don't know which one to show first. Right, so went to another book place, 1949. I think this is a coal trader's diary, and what is it? Chillery managers something? I don't know. I do not know. I don't even know. Okay, England, and that's about the extent. So when I flicked through it, I first flicked through it and thought, nah. I really liked the cover, and then thought, nah, it's not even really something I would use. And then I seen this writing, which is like really slanted, and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. I haven't got anything that like slants like that. And then you sort of, it goes back to normal, and then lo and behold, look what we've got. 1949 with and then it's got like advertisements at the bottom. So this is literally probably about 33 centimeters long by, what would I say, about 20 centimeters across. I think did it have writing in it? Maybe not. No writing. Oh, 1948. Calendar from 1948. So yeah, that was my first find. And then I found this. Now this is heavy, and I picked it up and I was like, what is it? It is really, really heavy. And then I thought, oh, there's something bound in there. Opened it up, and lo and behold, look what we have. An accountant's book. So it's not very many pages, and I honestly can't even say how much he charged me for this, because my mother picked up a few things, and he only does, he doesn't have EFTPOS or anything like that, so I just did a bank transaction, but I had to pay for her stuff too. So yeah, there's not many pages in it, but what there is in it is great. I can use every page, and I love these little things. So that there is, the pages are about 260 millimeters by about 235. But I don't know what this, like, that obviously has got something to do with it. Wonder. I don't know. Do not know, but oh, wow, will be a lock, I would say. No? Oh, I don't would think that it is, but then there's nothing to, yeah, I don't know. I have to have a play with that later. So there was that. I probably won't keep this. There's no point in me keeping it, I don't think. And then next to it, we had copy required of all orders, stock or indent with prices and something, no substitutes. And then something very similar. So you've got all these pages in it in between, and then, so I don't know whether they've put, it almost looks like these have been added into it, and then you've got the original maybe, I don't know, because that looks definitely a different colour. I actually thought one of these had been written, oh yeah, looks like some of it had been written on. But yeah, so I got that, and that's got quite a few pages in it, just a nice little one. And that is all from me. So that was quite a shopping expedition. I think we were all pretty tired by the end of it. Pretty happy with that. I'm off next weekend, so off on holiday. I will, just for your information in case I forget, I'm going to put my Etsy store on hold until I get back, and I'm not sure whether I will pre-record anything for next weekend. I know I missed out last weekend on Ephemera Saturday, and yeah, so next weekend I might miss out on it again. We'll see how I go during the week. If I get time, I'll do a couple quick videos to share for Saturday, Sunday. But until I see you next time, bye for now.